like every Indian, I enjoy intimacy, and I feel that there is a lot of potential dramatically in intimacy. We were shooting at Ornament Circle, and then suddenly there were like cops coming in. Bombay is so dramatic, so interesting. I've been so fascinated about it. I'm at an age where I don't have to keep my interest in intimacy as a secret.
I'm with the team of She, Netflix's next show. Hi, Imtiaz, Aditi and Arif. Welcome to the Quint.
Hello. Thank you.
I've watched the trailer and it definitely looks like you'll have taken it up way too many levels. So tell me, what is it that the audience can expect in season 2?
I think season 2 is always very dangerous. I feel that it's very easy to get disappointed in a season 2. And I had all of those things in mind when I was writing season 2. Luckily for us, in season 2, there was a lot to be said about Bhumi and the journey that Bhumi takes.
Aditi, your role of Bhumi from season 1 to season 2 definitely already in the trailer looks like it's evolved a lot. And it's definitely a really powerful role that you're essaying in this show. Can you tell me, like, what went into prepping for playing Bhumi?
Well, it was very tricky because, where I left Bhumi last, or rather where she was, she found herself last. It was very difficult for me to get back to her. And I realized that ये क्यों हो रहा है मेरे साथ? And I kept asking Imtiaz sir, I kept asking Arif sir, I don't know what's happening, it's not feeling the same, it's not feeling the same. And at one point I realized, yes, it shouldn't feel the same. Because then I'm going to be doing the same thing and I'm comfortable with that. So Bhumi, as she was going ahead, she was taking me with her.
It's great to see a character that evolves and does not stay on the same platform as the previous season. But was this a character for you? Was it really an intense character that you essayed? Was it something that you took home with you, and did it affect you after the show?
I'm being hit by so many challenges and events. Yes, the scenes, some of them are so true and real for Bhumi that they did affect me. Like, they affected me, and I was shaken a bit at many times, and I would take it home and try to get out of it and watch Friends. I have watched Friends many times because I was like, enough.
How did you deal with such a sensitive topic? Was there anything that you were tiptoeing around while you were creating She?
No, I was not tiptoeing. I was like really enjoying and going into the depths of each of these things, because they're all realities around us. Apart from Bhumi, the city has a huge character, and that is and slightly the dingy, the underbelly, those kinds, the shady lanes, where so these are all parts of Bombay. This is all makes Bombay and makes this character also. So there was no point skirting around it.
Yeah, because nowadays I think people have become so acutely sensitive when the sensibility of a show doesn't match with theirs, that a lot of directors, writers may want to be very careful when they're writing such characters. So while you were writing it, did you find yourself being careful about things that you were putting on paper?
No, while I was writing Bhumi and She, I was just going with the flow. As Aditi said, you have to allow the character to lead the way. You can't tell Bhumi what you know. You'd have to learn from her. And I think we are filmmakers, and our duty is to be truthful about the character and present her point of view. I don't think that any of us in this show have anything that we need to be careful about as far as gender equations are concerned, as far as relationships to drugs and crime is concerned. So we were not really being careful. We were actually quite reckless in our discovery of Bhumi.
In the trailer of season 2, we've seen that there are quite a few intimate, bold scenes. Did you have an intimacy director on the sets to kind of guide her to go through this?
He was our intimacy director.
No, we got told about intimacy directors, and I found that I can have an alternate profession.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, because I feel that, like every Indian, I enjoy intimacy, And I feel that there is a lot of potential dramatically in intimacy. And I feel that there's a lot of discovery, self-discovery, because we have been so tiptoeing, to use your term, around intimacy as people, as civilization, as a culture, that to step into it is always exciting. And again, I'm at an age where I don't have to keep my interest in intimacy as a secret, in my mind.
This question is for Arif and you. Brothers working on a show together, how did this collaboration come across? Did you take the script to him? Did he bring it to you? How did this really come about?
I took the script to him. And in season, and I remember that every time I wrote anything, Arif was very dismissive about it. Especially in season 2, he was like, "It's just not adding up," and "Are you sure?" And I used to feel angry because as the elder brother, it's my right to do so. But then, but that really helped in improving.
I must say something at this point, with something very that I got reminded of. Something interesting happened. After some time, he sent me a story saying that this is going to be what react on this story, which is season 2 story. And whatever time he had taken, and then my reaction was longer than the story, I think. He said, and then and it was all happening on mail. We were not talking to each other. then it's just, I think a mail came back, response came, "Okay, point taken." And I knew that, he will not talk to me. Then for 3 months I didn't hear from him at all. And I didn't dare ask you what's happening. If I ever even mention, then I'll just get this stare or something.
Were you dismissive of his ideas? Is that why that happened?
Always, always.
No, I wasn't dismissive of his ideas. I just thought there was also many, I got excited, and then I'm also a writer, so maybe I came up with, this.
As a family, we've never needed people from outside to be our enemies.
Imtiaz, like I was telling you even before we started the interview, it's been nearly 15 years since you've chosen Bombay as a setting for any of your series. I mean, it's your first series, or any of your films. Did you find a difference coming back and shooting in the city?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, and I never thought about it. But yes, I'm now, one of my stories is set back in Bombay, and Bombay is so dramatic, so interesting. I've been so fascinated about it. But when you start living in a place, then you start seeing it in a different view. And but we got the chance to talk about the underbelly, as Arif was saying, of Bombay, of sleaze, of darkness in the alleys of Bombay. And I was very happy to return, like that one of my stories returned back to Bombay. It gives me a chance to see the beauty of Bombay again.
You've marked your debut in the digital world, in the OTT space. How do you think this space has evolved, especially during the pandemic? We saw a lot more shows and a lot of films that were releasing on OTT. How do you think it's evolved over time?
I feel that these past 2 years have been huge as far as the evolution of this medium is concerned, of the digital medium. I feel like anywhere else, it's the audience that is really taking things forward. I feel the audience has seen things that they could not have seen if the pandemic had not happened. As filmmakers, we are excited about the prospect of what we can do. There's hardly anything that the audience will not understand. We can never give ourselves that benefit anymore. The audience is ready. It's ready beyond the filmmakers.
This show is very intense, as we've already established that. But is there a day from the set that you can tell me that it didn't feel this intense? Was there a light moment that you shared with the two of them?
I think I can say that Imtiaz sir, Arif sir and Amit Roy, they all are big foodies, and I'm a vegetarian, unfortunately. But there would be food coming from, if we are shooting in this part of town, then this comes from here. And the whole excitement is about that is going to come from here at this time. So are you going to break at this time? And nobody is bothered about the break because we are intense with Bhumi. And then suddenly there's this fragrance, this aroma coming from somewhere. And we all are distracted and we are like, आज क्या आया है? मालपो आया है? अच्छा, ठीक है. तो चलो थोड़ा बहुत खा लेते हैं.
Let me remind you one more fun moment that happened when we didn't know that lockdown had happened.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God.
When is this?
We were shooting at Ornament Circle, and then suddenly there were like cops coming in, and we had to run.
Yeah,
we had to
because-
flee literally.
Right. Because they said that it was 27th, I think, or something like that, April, and it was 12 a.m. past, so it's a lockdown. So we had to like stop the shoot, and we had to run, and we are laughing about it now. But
Now we are laughing. At that time we were like, कौन जेल जाएगा पता नहीं. Such a
हमको मतलब भगा रहे थे literally like go Bhumi, you have to run. And after a while I was like, did we just do that?
And she was like, नहीं, I'm Marathi, I'll do it. I'll say, अरे भाग यार, अभी equipment पकड़ा जाएगा, ये होगा क्या झमेला होगा.
Taking the Bhumi character very seriously.
Completely.
Like you said, you're taking it even off set.
And also she's a sprinter. She's an athlete, so she was confident.
Bhag
Once I
jaungi.
remove the stilettos, I'll run faster than any cop.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for talking to me and good luck. Thank
you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.